News.
It is election night and early results are coming in.
Election workers are hard at work. We were there as ballots were counted in Fulton County tonight.
Any minute now, we could find out who will lead the city of Atlanta for the next 4 years. Here are the numbers right now. Take a look. Felicia Moore taking the lead, 42%. Kasim Reed at 24%. Andre Dickens, 21% of the vote. Sharon Gay, 7%. And Antonio Brown at 4%.
It is still early, though, and we were there today as some of the top contenders cast their ballots. The field, as you know, crowded with 14 candidates, but only 5 are considered the front runners, and a runoff, as we've been saying, is a strong possibility. We have live team coverage tonight with crews staged at candidate watch parties and monitoring the big races across the metro. Let's kick off our election coverage with Haley Mason on the Atlanta mayoral race. She's live at the Marriott Marquis in Atlanta. This is Felicia Moore's campaign watch party, and I imagine there are a lot of happy supporters there, Haley.
A lot of happy supporters and a very happy Felicia Moore as well, Rick. She just left this room within the last hour where she came down to thank these cheering supporters behind me. They were supporting and cheering her on by using that campaign chant, Atlanta deserves more. They're chanting right now saying, we want more, we want more. They're actually watching our broadcast live in that left corner. She took about 30 minutes just meeting with supporters, talking to them, and even getting emotional, meeting with one of her pastors and others from her community. She says although it is very early, she is happy with these early returns so far that are showing her in the lead. But she realizes there is a long way to go in this candidate pool of 14. She joked even that there may be candidates in this room tonight. But on a more serious note, Moore spoke with reporters about the very real likelihood that there will be a runoff in this race. She talked about her plans to lead a, quote, new Atlanta.
An Atlanta where everyone's going to feel safe. An Atlanta where when you spend your money for your taxes and your services, you're going to get them. And an Atlanta that's going to be accountable, that's going to be ethical, and that's going to be the most transparent in this country. I'm ready to take on whoever comes north now.
And we are expecting Felicia Moore to re-enter this room to her supporters that are cheering her on in the next 15 minutes. We'll continue to bring you updates as more precincts report those results. For now, reporting downtown Atlanta, Haley Mason, CBS 46 News.
Haley, thank you. Another front runner in this contest is former Mayor Kasim Reed.
CBS 46's Adam Murphy is live at the Hyatt Regency in downtown Atlanta at Reed's campaign watch party. Adam.
Good evening. The excitement is beginning to build here in the Regency Ballroom at the Hyatt Regency in downtown Atlanta. Several dozen supporters have arrived here. We are waiting still to hear from Kasim Reed. Now, keep in mind, he is clinging to second place so far in this race. But again, the majority of the precincts are still out there and have not been reported in Fulton County, so we are waiting for those numbers to come in. One would presume Kasim Reed is doing the same because he is just clinging to that second spot, but Andre Dickens is right behind him. Right now at this hour, Kasim Reed has about 25% of the vote, and Andre Dickens is right behind him at about 20 to 21%. That may be why we have yet to hear from Kasim Reed. I think he is waiting for more numbers to come in, the votes to drop. That should happen, we would expect at any point now. The crowd here is pretty excited. Music is pumping. A lot of folks are waiting to see about the next dump of votes, and they've been keeping a close eye, as you might imagine, on the Atlanta Braves, who are ahead right now in the World Series. So a lot happening out here, a lot of energy, a lot of excitement, and we will continue to stay out here until we hear from Kasim Reed as those numbers do roll in. And for now, we're live at the Hyatt Regency in downtown Atlanta. Adam Murphy, CBS 46 News.
And as we just heard from Adam Murphy, City Councilman Andre Dickens currently polling in third place.
CBS 46's Ashley Thompson is live at the Atrium and Roof Garden in Atlanta at his watch party tonight. Ashley.
Yeah, and look who I just found. Andre Dickens is right here. So we're going to ask him live on camera. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I've had the pleasure of my life of running for mayor. I've been all over this city today, talking to voters, checking on polls, and it feels good. I'm excited about the outcome of tonight.
And you're pretty close, almost neck and neck with former Mayor Kasim Reed. You think you can pull it out, or how are you feeling about that?
from the beginning of this race, I knew I could pull it out, and I'm very hopeful and prayerful right now.
What are people telling you? You've been meeting them across the city. What are they concerned about?
Yeah, people want their city to be run better, and they want it to be run well for everyone. And they also want it to be run well with integrity. And so this is an important time for the city of Atlanta. We're making choices to move forward. We want to move forward in a way that everybody can benefit from in safety and in prosperity. And we don't ever want to go back to corruption or concerns about, all these other issues that are out there. So people are making choices and they're voting. And you know what? They've been really interested to hear what I have to say with a level head and making the clear case that I'm prepared to be mayor of Atlanta right now.
All right, congratulations. Thank you so much.
All right, good. Thank you.
Send it back to you guys. We'll have another live update soon.
All right. Thank you. Ashley Thompson reporting live for us. And with a possible runoff on the horizon, a lot of voters are now asking, what's next?
Our team coverage continues with CBS 46 political analyst Dr. Rashad Ritchie. Rashad, this was a crowded race. We talked about the number of candidates here. 2 will emerge unless, for some strange reason at this point, it doesn't look like it's likely that Felicia Moore would be able to top 50%. So if that's not the case and things stand, we're looking at the top 2 vote getters moving on to this runoff at the end of the month. How's this shaping out?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So let me give some history here. When Mayor Reed was a candidate the first time, he won his election with less than 1% of the vote. A few hundred votes separated him from Mary Norwood. When you look at what happened with Mayor Bottoms when she was candidate Bottoms, once again, just a few hundred votes within 1%. Whoever does not make it into this runoff, number 3, 4, and 5 will become kingmakers or queenmakers, so to speak, and they will be able to leverage the support they get moving into a runoff scenario. So that's what is going to happen next when this goes into a runoff. Still, thousands of votes left. Mayor Reed is literally barely hanging on to number 2. Andre Dickens still within striking distance to go into that runoff as well.
We're in for a long night, Dr. Rashad Ritchie. We will speak to you during our extended coverage after this newscast. We appreciate your time. Meanwhile, Atlanta isn't the only city electing a mayor tonight.
Tracy Hutchins monitoring results from some of the other big races in our area. Tracy.
Yeah, and there are quite a few. Let's talk about Atlanta City Council President, Sean and Rick, because Doug Shipman looks like he could be the winner in this one if we could put up the board there. Again, the results still early in the voting here. 23% of the precincts reporting, but Shipman is the CEO of the National Center for Civil and Human Rights and also was the CEO of Woodruff Arts Center, so he has deep roots in Atlanta. So we're keeping an eye on that one. Also taking a look at the Roswell mayor here. This one is surprising because incumbent Lori Henry may not hold on to her seat. Again, we are taking a close look at this. 80% of the precincts reporting. Looks like Kurt Wilson could now lead the city of Roswell. Lori Henry won that seat in a runoff 4 years ago. Let's look at Marietta Mayor right now, Steve Thunder Tumlin. He will hold on to a seat. He is the incumbent in this race, and also the city of South Fulton as well. We are watching that. Actually, let's take a look at the city of Johns Creek. It's John Bradbury who is taking the lead in that one with 39% of the precincts reporting. And in the city of South Fulton, all precincts reporting, and William Bill Edwards will hold on to his seat. He is the incumbent in that race. Of course, the night is still young for many of these races, so we are still watching and keeping an eye on the boards. Rick?
All right, Tracy, thank you. We're still getting results as we speak. So download the CBS 46 streaming app. You can get live updates in real time as results on the races and candidates start to pour in. The races that matter to you. This app is free in the Apple App Store and on Google Play.